Hi guys, I have some exciting news. So last week, I joined the Brackeys game jam and made my first game. The challenge was to make a game in 1 week. So I took on the challenge and made my very first game called Wandering Night. The theme for this jam was Nothing Can Go Wrong. The entire process of making this game was stressful, exciting, and honestly a little chaotic. But in the end, I made my first game for my first game jam. At first, I had no idea what to make, but after some thinking, I came up with an idea. You are a knight banished from his kingdom and now seeking redemption as you wander the lands. By the way, the game is available to download and play. It's free. Link is in the description below. With that idea in mind, I began working on the character controller. I'm not an artist, so I decided to use free assets. I downloaded this knight character from gamer2d.com, I imported him, animated him, and gave him a player controller script and began testing. I was happy with how it turned out. I got the run, jump, and idle animations working. At this point, I decided to add some enemies. I animated a bear. I gave him a script to chase the player if the player gets too close. I also gave the player a way to defend himself through throwing daggers. After I got the enemy mechanic working, I started working on the player respawning mechanic. You know, in case the bear kills you and you need to respawn. I began testing it. I gave the player health and the bear damage he can inflict on the player. I was satisfied with how that turned out. There was a lot of coding and a lot of tutorials involved. I would follow a tutorial and try my best to understand it, and later on modify the script to fit my game's needs. The code is not perfect or clean. It's something I was not focusing on because I didn't have enough time to perfect the code. I followed a rule in IT, and that rule states that if it works, don't touch it. And as stressful as it was, I really enjoyed the coding process and I've learned a lot. At this point, I was tired of staring at the blue background. So I imported the Sunny Island assets from the Unity Asset Store for my environment and level design. This was my first time working with tilesets and tile maps, and it was a great experience. I enjoyed creating my own little world and adding things like diamonds the player can pick, trees, and made it more characters. It's not the best looking level, but I learned a lot and it was a wonderful experience. Here, I was testing my level, making sure everything was working. Diamond animations, I added birds, player animations, and patrol points. All these added life to my world, and I was happy with how everything was progressing. The final thing I worked on was music and sound effects. This was my first time working with sound in a game. It was complicated, but in the end, it was satisfying. It added life to my game. Since this was my first time working with sounds, I didn't go too crazy. I implemented 3 sounds, just background music, sound effects when you pick up a diamond, and sound effect when you jump. "11 hours before the deadline, I submitted my game and called it a night. This game jam has been a wonderful experience for me. I have learned a lot. I've developed my first game, and I would appreciate it if you were to download and play it and tell me what you guys think about it. And be sure to also follow me on X for quick updates, link in the description. And in the upcoming videos, I'll be sharing some tools, tricks, lessons I have learned, and some beginner-friendly tutorials. So make sure to like, subscribe, and if you have any questions or suggestions about my YouTube channel or game development, leave them in the comments below. See you in the next video. Have a nice day. Bye bye.